Hey, you crazy stock traders, who's ready for some Raja makes money? But actually, not today. Welcome, guys, and thanks for joining us. Give everybody a few minutes here to get in and tell you guys about this exciting day today. Very exciting day. Win or lose, it's exciting. You never know how it's going to turn out, but today was our first down day in like 10 days. We almost almost half of our gains gone in one day. It's crazy how these markets can change. And a lot of stuff that we've been talking about, you guys will see, and now you guys will also see some different moves I made in the market. You'll actually see some stuff I actually made money with in the market today on some trades. But like we talked about, when stocks come down, they come down fast, but when they go back up, they go back up fast. And we've been through these, so not really stressed out about this. Obviously, you want every day to be in the green, but you're going to have these days like this. I'm going to show you guys how to play them and how they all work out. And also, a big thank you. We have our first 3 Patreon members. So they were busy today because I kept posting away like every time I was making trades. So they were seeing them. Hopefully, they didn't copy all my trades. Some of my trades did okay. But like I said, it's an exciting day in the marketplace. And we also did something. Today we did an option on a different stock besides Apple. So I expanded the horizon because a lot of people have been asking. And this is also another reason why you always got to be careful when you expand what you're playing with, because then you're trying to watch what 2 things are doing instead of 1. And probably if I was just paying attention to Apple earlier, I would have seen some stuff, but I was busy watching another stock. And this is why you always have to be very careful in these situations trading. But like I said, not a big deal. I'm going to explain some stuff to you. While the number is really large, just because it's on a large account size, it's really not that bad. And when you take option premiums and some stuff, it actually, will work out pretty good, and we're going to explain all that. Now, of course, if the market, was to decline again more, it definitely wouldn't be in our favor. But I think the market's going to be okay. I think the market's going to come back. I'll give you guys my reasons why, and we'll take a look. So let me show you guys what I did today. So our first order of business today was we added a new stock, which was Pfizer. So I've been watching Pfizer for a while. So we started playing Pfizer. Of course, when I started buying Pfizer, the $41 strike price, Pfizer was at $42 and about 30 cents. It hit a new high today of $43, but it was off its high today of the 43.07. So when I started buying, I was like, it's down a little bit now. It's negative. They have a vaccination coming out tomorrow. It's going to be good things happening. Why is Pfizer down today? And probably some people are a little scared, but after hours, Pfizer is actually up about 30 cents right now. It's at 42.17. It closed at 41.85, so about 33 cents after hours up. And this is right around 42.19. This is about right where I was buying Pfizer today. So in our Pfizer trade, we are actually down $17,000 on 1,200 contracts. So basically, that means that we need about 15 cents to catch up. The good news is Pfizer, these are $41 strike price, and we have $1 or 85 cents. It's above the strike by 85 cents, and right here, and that strike doesn't hit. We have 2 days. So tomorrow, if it sits here, it goes up a little bit, these should come even or go into the green for us. I think tomorrow with Pfizer, everybody's going to be talking about the approval. It's FDA tomorrow is meeting on it. We already know the FDA is going to approve it. If the FDA doesn't approve this tomorrow after the UK approved it and people are already getting vaccinated, the stock market will be down 3,000 to 5,000 points, and you might as well just shut the world down, or at least the US. So I think the FDA is going to approve it. I think the market's going to like that. I think it's going to get momentum, hopefully Friday and Sunday, then when the CDC meets on it. You'll have vaccination rolls out. Hopefully people start getting vaccinated on Monday. I think this is going to be a big plus. And this is another reason why I jumped into Apple so high. So earlier, let me show you guys here on Apple. You use the full screen. So a couple of things. So when the 120s and 121s were way up there today, so I actually closed these out at 7.5 cents. So great trades on those and nice profits. So I was actually at one point today in the market up about $35,000. thought I was going to have a really nice day to show you guys, make you guys all proud. And then Apple kind of was like, and then I started writing these I did some 123s also, made some money. And then I was doing the 124s. I'm like, Apple got all the way up today to 120. So it finally broke out of that. Like I was telling you guys, it seems to stall at 125. Well, it got all the way up here to 125.95 today. So I was like, it's starting to get going here. We got to, so I closed some of these out, like I said, really good prices. And then Apple come down off its highs. It was around 125, 125.30, 125 and a half. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Apple's looking good. It's still up, 30 cents, 40 cents for the day. Let's write some 124s. And then all of a sudden about, I don't know, 10:30 today, the whole market the tech market just collapsed right when DoorDash had the IPO came out. So a lot of times in these IPOs, you have to remember this. A lot of the market movement and a lot of these FANG stocks and a lot of the tech is a lot of what they call the Robinhood traders, because they're on the Robinhood platform and they're the newer, younger people who aren't as sophisticated as some of the people on Schwab or Ameritrade, because Robinhood has been targeting that younger audience. Robinhood is, like for the hip trendy, thing to use, a hip trendy name. And so what happened is you have a new IPO for billions of dollars and it comes out live, and all these people sell their Apple, sell everything, and they jump on the bandwagon just like they did when Kodak was going to have that contract, and it went from $5 to $50 in an hour. And and these are the same people who jump on Bitcoin and all this stuff. It's the same thing. Why is DoorDash, it's way oversubscribed, so the value of the IPO was way above the price at over $100 to begin with. And then it comes out at 180, closed up 89 points, bounced around during the day, closed at the highs. A company doubled in money in a day. So I think there's a lot of, just people. Also, like I said, Apple's been up, the last couple of days. So you have a lot of profit taking, stuff like that. But this isn't so bad. So while the number sounds really bad, let me show you guys some stuff. It's really not that bad. So obviously we have the 124s. Apple right now, closed at 121.78. After hours is down another 30 cents. Doesn't mean anything. I mean, obviously we'd rather it be up after hours than down. But the pre-market tomorrow is pretty much flat. I think tomorrow, a big thing about tomorrow is everybody's going to be looking tomorrow to see what happens with Pfizer. I think it's going to get approved. I think we're going to have some kind of stimulus and government extension for a week. We're going to have some stuff coming that's going to give some nice momentum. So here's the stuff today. We bought these puts to close. The 120s actually at 16 cents. I thought it was 7.5. There was a different account I was making a trade in, so the wrong amount there. Then these 121s, as it went higher, bought these back for 14 cents. So all these trades had incredible profits, but then we started selling the 120. So then I sold the 123s. I sold puts to open. I sold them at 70 cents, 64 cents at 9:30, right when the market opened, then 9:40. And you can see here, 4 minutes later, I bought these back. So I had a nice profit on 600 contracts. I had a nice profit going of like $10,000, 10,000 right here. So this was a nice trade today. So at least we made a little profits on some stuff today that we did. And then this is where it got ugly. We started doing these 124s. I did the first 900 contracts at 60 cents. I was like, yeah, we got a day and a half to go. We got to make some money, because we can't make any money if we only have $20,000 or $30,000 in play in the account. And then we sold. Then as it started coming down, I sold some more contracts, and then I was going to sell some more. And then I kind of said, hold off. Now Pfizer, same thing. Sold 900 contracts at 39 cents. Thought it was going to be okay. It was sitting there. And then Pfizer started coming down. So I sold 300 more contracts at 45 cents. And then I sold 200 more contracts at 65 cents. And then when Pfizer came up again, I bought 200 contracts back for 57 cents. So at least on one trade today, this 200 contracts at 65 cents, we made $1,600. So at least we had a small profit there. So at least we have that going on. So like I said, we made a couple of trades today that, paid off, and people who are following our new Patreon members were able to take advantage of those trades. But like I said, Apple and the other part is we're going to be, I don't think we're going to be stuck. We have 2 days to go. So this is where I was talking about when you roll up or you roll down. So when your stocks are out of the, Pfizer, like I said, I think tomorrow Pfizer is going to have a good day. I think the FDA is going to approve it. Everybody's going to like Pfizer, and hopefully it hits a new high, or hopefully it doesn't go down more than a point. So as long as Pfizer doesn't go down more than a point, in the next 2 days, we have a $71,000 in Pfizer that we're going to get back here. So that's not too bad. And at one point today, I was actually down $350,000 in the account. So it moves fast, like I was telling you guys. Now let's take a look here at Apple. So Apple, and this is what I was telling you about when you roll out. So right now, the strike price, if we were to do this trade while the market was live, was $2.68. So this is where I was telling you about we roll out for next week, and we can roll up or down, depending on where we want to go, if we want to close this position early. I have no desire to close this position right now. I'm not worried about the position. But obviously before Friday, we'll have to do something if Apple is not above 124. So this is at $2.66. Now, let's say we wanted to go out to next week. So, and this is what I was explaining is, so let's say we go out to next week to the 124. Now it goes to $3.75. So the 266, we actually have a premium of $1.10. Let's make it easy, $1 on 1,200 contracts. So I have 120,000 more dollars in profit that I can pick up for next week if I have to buy these. If I was to buy these back right now and sell next week. Now, and I, they call it the Christmas rally. I think also it didn't help right when Apple, like you said, you had the DoorDash IPO, then Facebook comes out that the attorney generals are suing them over Instagram and all this. And like I said, Apple, earlier today was performing, and I think Apple will come back and do just fine. Like I said, I have a lot of faith in Apple, and I know Apple very well. I've been watching Pfizer very closely. I have done some option trading previously in Pfizer, but hadn't, for a few weeks. So now we look at this. Now, let's say we said, oh my, I don't have the risk appetite. I don't, I think Apple's going to drop. So this is where we could roll out and roll down. So let's take a look at like the 122. So probably between the 121 and 122 for next week, that's going to be around that $2.65 right now. So, all right, so there you go. So if we went down to the 122, it's $2.58. So if we wanted it, and the stock's sitting at right around that 122. So that's pretty much all premium. So if the stock is at Apple's at 121.78, 22 cents in the money, and you sell this contract for $2.58, it has a $2.30 premium that you're paying, that which is the premium that you're getting for the whole thing. So if I didn't want to make any money next week on this trade, or I was happy with the money I've already made, and I just want to, try and take $2 off, hope Apple gets up, to above 122 or sits at this range, or I have no faith in it, this is a move I can make. And then, let's say Apple went down another 2 points. So you just keep doing this. At some point, you're going to catch up, and you're going to get out, and you're not going to lose any money, and you're going to have all your money back plus some. Or we could do the 123, which is probably like $3 or something, 283. So we could also do the 183, and then we actually pick up a profit, but we take $1 off the strike price. So these are the different things, like I was telling you, where you have different scenarios. Let's just hope for the best scenario, which is Apple just goes up tomorrow $1 or $2, or by Friday is back to 124 or something. That would be the best case scenario. Also, we may do a little day trading here. I may average down. I may buy some more. I may play some 122s tomorrow. It just depends. Just depends on how active I am, what I feel like doing. But I always leave myself a little cushion, because like I said, you don't want to you always want to have a little money to average down or be able to make moves, because you don't want to, if it did drop 3 or 4 more points, so for example, if Apple was to drop a couple of more points into the money, then you would have you could have a margin call, or it could restrict you from making as many moves as you want to. So now when you come back and look at this, so another thing to also look at is the premium. So Apple, so these are $2.68. So even if Apple was to sit at where it is, that option, the worst case scenario is $2.22. So there's about 46 cents in premium. So on 1,200 contracts, earlier today was 50 cents. And this is what I was also telling you guys about, how like every day it comes down 5, 10, 15 cents, depending on the strike price. So you have on 1,200 contracts, we have almost $60,000 in premium. So that comes out of this trade also. So even while this looks really ugly, if Apple comes up a little bit, or if we hit this trade here, we have 71,000, and we have an extra $60,000 in just premium in this trade. So, like I said, best case scenario, we get Apple up a point or two, and I mean, it can go up tomorrow 3 points. Just if we have a stimulus deal, if we have a extension of government, we have good signs of Pfizer tomorrow, everybody's going to rally, the market's going to go up. But unfortunately, when there is IPOs, a lot of times, and if you look at the history of the market, several times these IPOs lately, the market has come down on those days. So, but the good news is we're playing a new stock, because you guys wanted that. Now, look at that, guys. The NASDAQ has now gone positive for tomorrow, so that's a good sign. But yeah, I mean, it's always good when the futures are pointing up. Apple was now Apple's up another 4 or 5 cents from its lower here in the market. So it is interesting when you watch it, how it moves. It was also interesting when the market was down today, Apple was actually up most of the day, or the first couple of hours, while the market was weak. So I don't know. So, I think just like acceleration of sell-off, people taking some profits, different things like that, caused it to change and stuff. But let me get some questions for you guys. What kind of questions you guys have? What do you guys have today? So, Bingo Johnny, thanks for sharing knowledge, Raja. Very welcome. Thanks for watching us, guys. Apple, analysts saying Apple worth 160. That's nuts. And that's what happened last week. We had, on Monday, you had 2 analysts come out and give 2 nice upgrades to it. So that's when it started moving, because it was, remember I was telling you guys, it was like stuck at that level, and it kept bouncing off 125. And that's why today I wanted to support it. I saw it get above 125, and I thought, finally, it's going to break through, maybe get to 127. I actually own some actual Apple stock I sold today at a high of 125.90. So right at the high, I caught it. So that was a good trade for me. What do we got here for some new stocks? The best market players make money up and down. Hashtag Raja. There you go. Well, thank you. Yep. You got, like I said, you got to play them, and you can't be married to your money. You have to watch these curves and how they go up and down and everything. Tesla. Let's pull up that one over here. So we've talked about this before. I think Tesla is way overvalued, and I think somebody finally woke up. I mean, down 7% during the market, plus another 1%. I mean, this stock, there is no intelligence in this stock and the valuations that it's gone to, and how high it is. Obviously, in another week or so, it gets added to the S&P, but that's still a week away. It hasn't been added yet. So that will definitely make a difference. But yeah, I've said this all along. I think Tesla is way overvalued. You have a crazy person running the company, and you just don't know when that thing's going to crash. All right, somebody says, Michael Weber, I invested in an XRP, the equivalent to Bitcoin. Is that a good investment, or should I move on to better? I've made money in the coins, and I think I'm gonna actually do some Bitcoin stuff once we get going, because I know a lot of people have interest in it. Like I told you guys, later on in the week, I have a surprise for you guys that I'm going to be doing. I think you guys are going to like, with other stocks and different things, to be able to watch and let you guys pick and show you why it's not always the best to play so many different things, but we're going to test them out. Here's the thing with Bitcoins. Like I said, if you were in the Bitcoins at, $5, $100, $1,000, $5,000, greatest investment of your life. You did amazing, a round of applause. Incredible. I still personally, it's like believing in monopoly money. If you can pay your bills with monopoly money, then believe in Bitcoin. Look at it like this, like with, it's kind of like at a casino. It's why people gamble or spend more money, because if you walked around the casino and you're making huge bets and you had to carry all this cash with you, and you went to the blackjack table, and every time you made a bet, you had to count out 10 $100 bills for $1,000 bet. It would be old, and then you'd probably be like, why am I just throwing all this money away every bet? But this Bitcoin thing is like this imaginary coin, that's, made, in space off of a computer that's generated, that went mining and all this stuff. And, I don't know. It's one of these things where enough people keep talking about it. People keep believing in it. It's kind of the same with gold. And I've said this all along. Why is gold worth so much money? It's supposed to be what's backing our money system. The whole thing with Bitcoin, what's backing Bitcoin? People have hacked it. There's nothing backing Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes up and down and fluctuates so heavily, there's nothing backing it. And it was kind of like this imaginary money that everybody believed in. So the black market could, sell opium and drugs and, all this crazy stuff back in the day. I don't know. It's still mind blowing. But like I always tell you guys, you can't knock something that's, near highs, almost at the highs, hit highs recently. You can't knock it, people are believing in it. So another question from Maria. What about airlines? This is another one. And actually, while we're talking about airlines, also cruises. So, for airlines, it's the same thing. If the world's shut down and we're not flying or people are staying home, airlines are going to go down. Even with people flying, they're still way down. Business travel is going to be way down. But people want something to believe in. It's like, oh, look, first shot, airline stocks up 10% today. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think people are, people are very emotional traders. Here's my thing that I know with like Pfizer, and one of the reasons I'm playing it is they're first on the market with a vaccination. They have lots of orders to fulfill. They know their product works. It's going to be approved, and they're going to get billions of dollars coming in the door and make a lot of money. Apple has products. They're selling phones. They're selling products. They have the App Store. They're diversified, and they have billions of dollars coming in the door, and they have billions of dollars in the bank. Airlines, they're at 40% under capacity where they used to be. They have planes sitting. They have layoffs. They're losing hundreds of millions of dollars a month, and they're going to continue losing money. Let's buy them. They should go up 10% tomorrow, right? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. So when 2 and 2 doesn't equal 4, I don't get it. But people keep buying them. So yes, will airline if the vaccination works and business travel and stuff goes back to normal by 2022, 2023, then you know what? Airlines are going to be a great stock. But why do you want to buy an airline? Why do you want to buy this airline today at a high valuation and wait for the next year and a half, 2 years for them to catch up to profitability, make up for all their losses, and then continue on? Hell no. So cruise line. So this was interesting. I saw the other day was when Josh Reed mentions cruise stocks. So I didn't even know cruises were sailing. Well, cruises. So Singapore has been having these sail-arounds or sail-abouts for a week. So Royal Caribbean, and this is what we were talking about when the cruises do start, because I like cruising, and like we said the other day, who wants to go on a cruise just to nowhere if I have to? So there, Royal Caribbean out of Singapore, there's 2 cruise lines that were approved for cruises out of Singapore. They have 50% capacity on the boat. The one boat, I guess, can hold 4,900 people. It has 2,000 people. There's a 7-day cruise to nowhere. Just go out on the ocean for 7 days. You have to wear a mask on the boat. I mean, it sounds like miserable conditions to want to, I guess if you had nothing else in your life to do and it was cheap and it made sense, but it didn't sound any fun. So you go around, and you have to get tested before you go on the boat, blah, blah, blah. Well, somebody on the boat, an 89-year-old or 87-year-old person or something like that, said, had COVID. So they had to cut the cruise a day short, rush everyone in. Now everybody has to quarantine. They're quarantining in cabins for a day. They have to all get retested. You got to get tested in a week. They're trying to trace this guy who had the, it's the same thing. I don't want to go on a cruise and I'm restricted on everything I can do on the cruise where it's not going to be that much fun anyways. Then be locked up in my room for a day or 2 earlier, and then what do you and then what if they made them stay on the boat for 2 weeks until they made sure everyone was safe? And I don't know, it just doesn't sound fun. At least at least if I'm on land and there's a COVID outbreak somewhere, at least we can go home, or we can, at least we're on land. We're not stuck, or, especially all those videos and how they treated everybody on those first cruises. So I guess the good news is at least Royal Caribbean has some stuff in the water. I don't think it's very profitable at 50% capacity, but I guess at least they're doing something. They're giving people some options. And I saw Singapore Airlines also had the same thing. They had flights. Just wanted to go on an airplane, on their big plane, and just take off for 6 hours, fly around, eat in the air, and come home. They had that going on too. So let's see. It says, I'm in RCL at 30 a share. I didn't know it. Royal Caribbean closed that today. I would have closed that RCL. Yeah, $82. Amazing. Down a little bit today, but same thing. I mean, it just makes no sense why this would be so high. Maybe it went up because they did start those one-way things, but yeah, here it is. Even cruise to nowhere can't escape the coronavirus. So yeah, see here. So I'm shocked that it would be still going up after all this negative news on it. But like I said, you just never know. Somebody says, what about oil stocks? I don't know a whole lot about oil stocks. I've been in Atlas Energy, which is ATO. It got to a high of about 108, 110 in there, and then it's been around 97 to 102. Let's see what is that today? Yeah, 97 today. So this one was good. Like I said, back here it was doing really well. Year to date, yeah, back here is like as high as 119. This is the one I used to put like $250 a month in forever, and just kept investing in it. So it's done okay. Oh, I'm showing you guys the screen. My bad. Atlas Energy. There you go. Also, let me go back a screen to Royal Caribbean. I wasn't paying attention there. These over here are the cruises to nowhere. Can't escape with the coronavirus that I was talking about. Retail, I like Target, Walmart, and Best Buy. I think those are all good ones. Target, Walmart, Best Buy. I mean, Target and Walmart for sure. I mean, groceries, everything. Best Buy. I mean, this is crazy. So we're actually, getting a lot of stuff in to set up for the new podcast. So instead of like this cheap camera, we've got good heavy duty cameras. We're gonna have. I've got kind of hard to see behind me, but we have all these new. I got new monitors, new stands. We got these triple monitor stands in with new monitors and stuff, for the set. That and all this stuff coming in here. And this is funny. So some of the stuff I bought at Best Buy, or identical stuff, when I set up my house for the Twitch earlier in the year, was cheaper then than it is now, or they just marked it all up for Black Friday or something. I don't know, but yeah, who knows? But yeah, so I mean, Target and Walmart definitely good. Best Buy, I mean, Best Buy's got a tough thing. I think like your computers, some of that stuff they're selling, they're doing well, phones, everything. But the video games were a big part of Best Buy and GameStop and all those. And now with digital, downloads and just buying it online. I guess a brand new video game came out tonight. It's supposed to be like the game of the year. Both of the twins were buying it. I said, can't you just buy one and share it? And they're like, no, we each need our own copy of it. So that's those. Somebody keeps asking about GLSI. Let's see here. GLSI. Honestly, I do not even know what that symbol is off the top of my head. Greenwich Life Sciences. Honestly, I do not know anything. Hit a 52-week high today, so that's a great sign. Let's see. High. I mean, is this a new IPO today or something? Yeah, yeah, this one here I do not know anything about today. So 50 extended hours, it's up another 40. Yeah. 5 day. When did just started trading today at 10:35. I don't know. Honestly on this one I know nothing about it. If it is, I guess it was a IPO today. I guess I don't know. I didn't. It's weird. Did not hear anything about that one, so do not know. Air, so I said Airbnb. That one's going to come out above the trading, curve again. Here's the thing: if you're in on the IPO price, you can do really well on these. If you bought DoorDash today in the open market when it came out at 185, 190, you didn't make any money. You made a buck or two. I don't know, 1,000 shares, you made a couple of grand, and it can drop quickly. The other thing with new stocks or IPOs, there's no options for a couple of weeks, and you can't short them or anything like that. So it's really hard to do a lot with them for leverage and stuff. How about Amazon stock? Yeah, same thing. I mean, I think Amazon should be a solid stock over the holiday season and winter time and stuff. The thing for me with Amazon is, down 2% today, but I mean, this thing, can move. Let's see. So the biggest problem I have with Amazon, I mean, it is off its highs. It's kind of like Apple. It falls in that hole because it's part of the FANG stocks, Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Amazon, all of them. The thing with Amazon, and the reason I can't really play I can play it, but it's hard to play, is that $3,000 a share. I mean, it's tough to play it. You can make money with it, but I mean, you're talking about, even with the account, a $5 million account, we're going to write 100 contracts. I don't know. Well, I don't know. We could write 100 contracts. It'd be like, we could write, let's see, 100 contracts would be 1,000 shares, 3 million. I don't know, like 200. I don't know. It'd be very hard. It'd be very hard to play it. And I mean, if that thing moved in the wrong direction, you could get just crushed. So that's why Amazon's never been a one for me. Let's see. Somebody says, Chaos says, have you ever looked at RKT? I have not, but we can look at it right now. Rocket companies. Let's see. That one looks like it's near its highs. It's been in this range for a while. Do not know much about it. You can look at some of these charts, and you can, a lot of times when you're looking at these charts and stuff, what you want to look at is, what's the high, the lows, the P&E, earnings per share, and the P&E. I mean, the P&E is low. I mean, if you can get in on a stock that's making money that has a 10 P&E, because if you look at that's 10.8. Well, look at Tesla. What is it, like 90 P&E? Let's see. P&E 1,100. Yeah, I mean that's why. That's why I was saying, like, they just can't keep up with it. 1,100 P&E. I mean, that's insane. That's what Apple is at. Looked at it recently. But that's what I said. Like, I mean, the growth is just incredible on something like that. P&E 37. That's 37 years looking forward. So I mean, Tesla. We're looking at Tesla. Hey, let's invest in Tesla and look at a stock that's 1,100 years. I mean, that's insane. I don't even know how you would come up with a number like that, 1,100 years, to trade it at. That's why I said, like, Tesla to me is, the greatest, should be the greatest short in the world. Real quick, guys, I want to welcome all our new Patreon members. Thank you, guys. We started the Patreon. All my trades, as I do them in real time, I post on there for you guys to have access to. And thank you for your extra support of the channel. And that's the only way to get our real trades. Of course, we always will have our wrap-up show and show you what we've been doing. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you click that subscribe button on YouTube, or follow me if you're watching on Facebook, because we're streaming on both at the same time. Do you think the bottom will fall out like in 2009? No, because the difference is in 2009, we didn't have all this stimulus and we didn't have all this free money. I mean, here's what I know. The government is going to give us a stimulus. Will it happen before the January 20th, or before Trump leaves office? Is Trump going to do something drastic and crazy? Probably. Who knows? But at the end of the day, they're going to give us stimulus. They're going to give businesses money. But yeah, there's a tremendous bloodbath in the businesses that are going to be gone, never come back again. But you're going to see a shift in stuff, and at some point, things will come back. And a lot of stuff has come back. And I mean, here's what's really encouraging is when stuff did open up, like my businesses, we were top sales were very well. One of my businesses was breaking records all summer. My sports bar and my adult club was right up there in the top of normal sales. It wasn't really affected, and even with some of the shutdowns and capacity, because what happened, it was actually really interesting. Where we were focused on back when it was a free for all, you're focused on a lot of people coming through your door. We were giving away, we used to go to the tailgate at the Broncos games. Here's free passes. Come in after the game. We're giving all these admissions away. Well, when all of a sudden when our capacity got cut by 50%, I didn't give any admission away for free because I didn't have to. So now I'm collecting money from every single person who walks in the door. Then when we had more limited capacity, or we had the capacity, what happened was, instead of, you want everyone to come in your door, and even if they're only there for spend $20, but bottle service became a big thing. So where we would normally maybe have 10 bottle service tables going on a Friday night or Saturday night, now we have 20, 25 people with bottle service. Well, bottle service is where your money is. If you can sell people bottles all at once, it's much easier to sell somebody a $280 bottle, for 3 or 4 people, than it is to have to sell them 280 drinks, over 2 hours. So it's interesting. The people who had money and savings, or were getting their stimulus, they had the money. They came in. They were powerful players and spenders, and definitely made a big difference. So I don't know. I don't think we're going to see that kind of bounce like we did before and stuff. All right, let's see here. Joe Miller, just my opinion. Follow Mir Barak of Trading, or Ross Cameron of Warrior Trading. Great source of information for day traders. They will charge under $3,000 for a year of great information. But see, that's the whole thing. I know I'm good. I'm going to show you guys how to make a lot of money. And it's free. You just watch this in my recap. And for $25 a month, you can be a Patreon member if you want my real trades. $3,000 a year. If this guy is so good, he doesn't need $3,000 a year from people. This is a person who has, who the difference is, I'm not here to sell a program. I'm here to just show you guys how to do it. I don't need to sell a program. I want to show you guys how to do it. I don't need your money. I'm not here. I'm not a broker. I'm not making any recommendations. We're not going to pimp out penny stocks and try and all, be rich tomorrow. But that's what these guys do. That's what these, scammers do. And, they just want to sell you programs. I don't have a program to sell you. The only thing I have is you want access to my live trades, and do what you want with them. If you guys want to try and follow me for 10 days straight, you would have made money. Today, you would have lost money. So that's how you got to do it. Somebody says, don't pay for info, do research. That's right. Do your own research. Like I said, I like Apple. I know how that stock moves. I know where it's going every day. I can, in my sleep, I can tell you. I can, pretty much pinpoint how much those valuations are in different things on Apple. It's that easy to me. But one more time, let's recap today's bloodbath. So we made some money early on. We traded out a lot of this stuff. We've got 1,200 contracts going into tomorrow on Apple on the 124s. Those contracts are $2.15 in the money, so that's a negative. So about 50 cents in 50 cents in premium right here. So about 60 grand in just throwaway money that we'll get back. Pfizer, we started a second stock today, which I normally don't always do, but we started a second stock just to have some fun. That trade, we had one trade in it today. We made a money on. And we're going in, and we have and good news is we're $1 away from the strike price. So we have a little breathing room on this one for the next 2 days. And we got $71,000 in play. So hopefully Pfizer goes well tomorrow, goes up, and we just collect $71,000 on Friday. Apple, let's hope for the same thing, or let's hope it at least goes up a little, or we may start writing some calls into next week. We'll just have to see how the market is tomorrow. But it doesn't make any sense to do the roll up and roll up or down or wherever for next week until Friday, because there's 60 cents in premium there. And as I showed you guys, there's $2.30 in premium in next Friday's price. So I'd rather get this 60 cents in profit still. And then Friday in the last hour, half hour of the day, we'll pick, we'll look at where it is. Like I said, if it's above 124, God bless you. And we had a great week. So you have to look at something. And this is the other thing you have to look at. Cash investment right here, 5.4 million. So if Pfizer's above there and Apple hits, we're going to have a $230,000 profit week. That's right, $230,000. If Apple goes down another point or two tomorrow, we'll be down another $250,000. But like I said, it's not lost money, and that's the whole thing. It comes back to you. You roll it out. It's, this week we'll have a loss or we didn't make any money, but next week, like I said, Apple's always going to come back. It's always going to be worth more than it was today in the future. So that's what I got for you guys. I hope you guys all make a lot of money tomorrow in the market. If you haven't followed me yet on YouTube, make sure if you haven't followed me yet on Facebook, make sure you follow me and like my Facebook page. If you haven't subscribed to me on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to me. If you want to know what I'm doing in real time, check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/the Raja Makes Money. Just not today, we didn't make any money, but we will. We're going to be just fine. Don't be emotional to the market. If you start getting emotional, the market is going to beat you. If these traders they see a little dip to try and get people out and you start making crazy trades, you're going to lose money. Just always take a deep breath, be calm and collective, and just keep a clear head, and you're going to do well and make a lot of money. But that's what I got for you guys. Take care and best of luck tomorrow. I'll see everybody's for tomorrow's update, and let's